What's up everybody, this is Reese here from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail chapter 394, Juvia versus Keith. Alright, so I must start off by saying that Fairy Tail, it really is getting like seriously predictable at the moment. It's like, obviously, it's just the whole Fairy Tail defeat. It's basically the way this arc now is kind of like Fairy Tail's defeating everyone now. In the beginning it was kind of interesting because it's like, wow, people are getting their asses kicked, maybe they're going to have to all team up together to defeat the enemies, but, like to defeat one person, but no, it kind of seems now like it's all one-on-one battles again, which is a bit, it just doesn't seem right, it's considering how powerful these demons are supposed to be. Now Fairy Tail, apparently they can take them all out one-on-one, thanks to the power of friendship. I really hate the power of friendship. But yeah, either way, this chapter here, it was the battle between Juvia and Keith, and oh my god, it came to such a quick end. But I must admit, the content was actually pretty good, despite obviously the kind of overarching annoyances. Still, the content this week, it was pretty decent, The way that Juvia ended up like killing Keith, it was like seriously kind of brutal for Fairy Tail, when you think about it. Yeah, but I guess my main problem with these battles is that there just needs to be a bit more drama, obviously we had like this fight here, it had the whole kind of like Juvia battling the thought of like separating Grey from his father, but surely as far as she's concerned, if she doesn't defeat Keith, Silver will kill Grey. So surely that right there is just like, okay, I'm gonna fight hard to try and save the guy I love's life. That's kind of like my thought pattern with what Juvia's thought pattern should be. I'm probably kind of like overlooking the whole thing of like Juvia being able to kind of like hear Silver's voice and everything, but even then, she still shouldn't be battling with this because obviously she would have heard the fact that they've both kind of like come to terms with each other, then they're kind of like fighting to basically release Silver's soul, that's kind of like what both Silver and Grey want. So surely this whole kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't do this type thing shouldn't really exist in the first place. But either way, like I said, I did really enjoy the way she kind of defeated Keith. It was just like, the way she turned into water, got absorbed by him, and then just basically like blew straight out of him, shattering him from the inside out. That was just like really, really brutal, like kind of for Fairy Tail, because considering like Keith he's not exactly like a doll or a corpse or nothing. He's actually kind of like a demon, and she just basically shattered him like he was, porcelain. It's kind of nasty. But either way now, thanks to Juvia defeating Keith, Face, it's not exactly stopped because, there's the whole hour time limit thing, but at least it can't be used remotely, so that gives him a little bit of hope. So yeah, that's basically, the main part of this chapter. Side notes though, End is a flame demon. Yeah, that's right, a flame demon. So I'm going to give everyone like a couple quid to actually kind of like guess exactly how this guy's going to be defeated. I'm just saying it's not obviously going to be by, I don't think it's going to be by Grey, who now, as I predicted earlier, like in a few previous videos, now has Ice Demon Slayer magic thanks to his father passing it on to him. It's a nice little power boost on his part, but let's not forget who the actual main character of this series is. It's Natsu and Lucy, mainly Natsu. And Natsu is a fire dragon slayer. The guy, he has a tendency to end up like eating his opponent's magic regardless of their element and end up using it against them. So note this one down, guys. I am going to predict this one. Natsu is going to end up defeating End by eating his fire demon magic and end up going into some crazy fire lightning demon dragon force mode and end up like completely dominating and kicking his ass. Even though at the end of it then Natsu will probably be a bit fucked up. I'm guessing Grey is pretty much going to fail. He's going to use his Ice Demon Slayer magic, but then realize, oh my gosh, the fire demon magic is much more powerful than my ice. It's going to overwhelm me. All I can really do is just like hold him off, and then Natsu's going to probably come in just like, I've got this Grey, and then he's like, oh my god, I'm getting my ass kicked. Why can't I eat this? It's like, what? But it's fire. Eat it. Superpower. Boom. Done. So yeah, that's kind of obviously my little thought pattern of how this arc's going to end. Pretty predictable. I don't really kind of see it going too far off of what I'm actually kind of guessing. I'm guessing you guys are probably thinking the same thing, because obviously, it's shonen, the main characters have to win, but still, it's like, even though it is shonen, there's still a bit more drama and emphasis they can put into it, like maybe even like kill off a few of the main characters. I mean, for God's sake, even Naruto killed off, spoiler alert for you guys who don't keep up with Naruto, are pretty far behind. Even Naruto's killed off Neji, for God's sake, Sure, he's not like a big main character, but still, he's a main character. You know, he's a proper face character, not one of these like cannon fodders. So yeah, it would just be nice to kind of get a bit more drama in these battles. But other than that, like I said, content this week was pretty decent. Loving Gray's new power boost. The way Juvia killed Keith was just priceless. It was amazing. But I'm just a bit frustrated with how predictable Fairy Tail is at the moment. But like I said, other than that, decent. It was an alright chapter. So yeah, that about ends it from me, guys. You know the usual things to do at the end of these. Let me know what you thought about this chapter in the comment section below. You know, any theories you've got of how this arc is going to end. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you do, you know, what do you predict is going to happen? Let me know all that stuff in the comment section. And don't forget to check out the other stuff we do on the channel. So I'll see you next time.